guys must have bought like a package this weekend.
So last game you were happy about your 20-shot first period. This time you got 25 or so all game. I'm sure you're still happy. What was the difference?
Well, they were part of the difference. I mean, I thought that they, again, I thought we've had like 4 games against them. We've won 1-0, 2-1, 3-1, and 2-0. Like, it's been tight games. They make it tough for you to get ice, and when they have the puck, like, they don't give it to you very often. They're big people. So, I thought they played a good game. I thought that, one of the differences in the game for us a little bit, not that it was a lot different last night, but I didn't think that we went on the power play as early. Sometimes we have some rhythm players that need to get out there and get in odd situations. 5-4 makes us a better hockey team, and we didn't get that early. So I thought that had an impact. Like we did in the first period yesterday, we got a good power play. We really had some sustained pressure and got a lot done. And then we had one in the third where we had a ton of shots too. So we had the 5-on-3, but credit where credit is due. They played well too.
When your power play did get on, it was your second unit that scored. What can you say about those guys?
Well, it's that group. Trying to be as respectful as I can. That group, I don't know, like by nature, by goal scorers and by stature, sometimes that group looks like the second group. But in terms of puck movement, that's probably our crispest group. Like those guys move and they move all over. They're tough to contain. Byron up there and him moving all over and Mick moving, and Sylvester's a hard guy to contain on the wall. Like that's a different group than you got with Kalanos, Walter, and Wilson. Like that's a more of a stationary power group. This other group is more of like seams and movement. So that was an unbelievable power play, by the way. They were fantastic. So as far as our second group, they were probably our first group tonight. Just by the way they moved the puck so well, and I thought Roman Horak was a big difference in tonight's game. Like I thought, like he hit stride. You felt like you had seen an NHL player out there tonight. Like I thought he was really good.
You put Ryan House on his line tonight with Horak reuniting his junior teammates. What did you think of that combination?
I thought they started a little bit slow. Maybe that was because Hauser might have been a bit nervous. Like he's been pigeonholed into like the 12th winger role most of the year, 11th winger role. And when you're in that role, like, for a House who's scored a lot of points down the road here in the past and had success offensively, that's a tough spot to be in, like, as a young player. So, I thought it took a while for him to get his rhythm and understand he was in a top 6 role. Like, so as a number 6 winger in today's game, like as the right wing on the second line, like that, he was in the 6 slot. He's been in the 12 slot all year. So by being in the 6 slot, it took him a little time to get going, I thought. But I thought as he got his legs and he got his bearings, I thought he had a really nice game, and it was good. Like it was good for him because he's kind of paid his dues. He's done some hard work off the ice to kind of make some changes in his game too, and I thought it was nice for him to get that much ice time, and I thought he played well.
Danny Taylor coming through again tonight. I mean, what can you say about his play since he's been here?
I think the word that I'd sum up with Danny is just consistent. He's been consistent. I think from a coach from a teammate to maybe a fan, like to a reporter, I think you felt safe. You felt like he was in control back there, and you didn't feel like he was squirming all over the place. And the one goal he gave up this weekend, like it was an odd-numbered situation where we had a breakdown in the offensive zone. So I thought he really managed the puck well. We did less with the puck with him tonight, which I thought also made a difference. Like he didn't handle it nearly as much, but I felt he was in control tonight.
He's complimented the defense in front of him since he's got here. Just your thoughts tonight, because I thought they played real well, and it's good to see Brett Carson get his first goal.
Yeah, that was nice. I mean, a guy that comes down, he hasn't played all year, and he's, coming down for a 2-week stint to condition. You'd like to see a guy get some success down here so that they go back up and they feel good about themselves. Like, that's important. So I thought the D-corps in general played really well both games. I thought we were more stable. We were in control. Like, when we played at home earlier in the year, we were kind of all over the map, so to speak. We tweaked our forecheck, so we did some different things with our forecheck than we normally do in this series to help solidify the way we played in front of our goalie. I thought that made a difference, but I thought in general, like, we blocked shots. and I thought we made some plays. We were a better team tonight coming out of our end than we were last night. Like our play with the puck tonight and without the puck was 100% better compared to last night, and that's why they didn't get as many chances, or shots, should we say, because I thought we managed the puck a little bit better.
What does it mean to the group to get 2 wins on home ice in a weekend?
Well, you could use the word huge. It's great. I mean, take your word. Like it's good because these guys take great pride in playing at home. They want to make this a difficult place for people to come up and try and get points. I think they've been on that method, or that madness all year. They haven't been able to sustain that at home. So it was great for these guys, I think, emotionally to. We didn't score a ton of goals this weekend, but that's the way that series has went all year against Lake Erie. So I think they felt good about just the fact that they played hard enough and consistent enough to get 4 points at home. And I think that'll go a long way as we build momentum towards more of a home schedule the second half.
Troy, finally, last chance for fans to watch the team play next weekend against a rival that they've seen quite a bit the last couple of years in the North Division in Hamilton. Teams played them. What can we expect next weekend?
Well, next weekend will be a tough series. We had 2 games in Hamilton earlier in the year, and I thought they were both really good games. They were tight games. They're similar to Lake Erie. They're not quite as big, but they play well defensively. They get good goaltending. Kind of like this team here. Like I think it'll be a tight series. I think they might have won tonight, so that'll give them some momentum. I'm not sure if they played prior to coming in here, but I believe they won tonight and they had lost a couple, so they should have their momentum. But we had to scratch and crawl for everything we got in Hamilton earlier in the year, and I would expect no different this next weekend. But these type of games set up the type of games that we want to be in. Like we want to play against the other team's best. We don't want to play against teams that have call-ups and injuries and all that stuff. Like that doesn't set the table as to where we're going and what direction we're going in. And the only way you make a diamond is by pressure, and I want us to stay under the pressure of team's best. So I'm sure Hamilton will be ready for us.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.